If you have a global positioning system, GPS, in your car, you trust it to get from point A to point B. But sometimes it can go dangerously wrong. CBS News correspondent Priya David is here with an example that is frightening. Good morning, Priya.
Maggie, good morning. Now, many of us consider GPS devices life-saving. But what happens when a GPS device almost ends your life? A group of travelers discovered the dangers of relying on a satellite map during a recent vacation in Utah.
We're going to be stuck in another place.
Daniel Cohen and his friends were expecting a scenic drive when they set off in a caravan from Bryce Canyon to the Grand Canyon, following directions from their GPS.
One of us was the leader. We all follow him. He was with the GPS.
But after spending hours bumping down these dusty trails, they knew they were lost. And then the GPS led them to the very edge of a steep cliff.
It was a night without a moon. So it was really even harder. So we couldn't see nothing.
Stranded overnight, they finally managed to call for help in the morning. Search and rescue teams finally brought all 25 travelers to safety. GPS systems become more popular daily.
Take ramp on right to Lincoln Tunnel.
But the directions aren't always perfect. Take this road in Secaucus, New Jersey.
In 0.2 miles, arrive at address 20 on left.
The GPS is telling me to go straight ahead, but as you see out the car window, there's no way through. The directions frustrate both drivers and nearby residents.
We'll see trucks and we'll see campers, we'll see shoppers, we'll see everything backed up at this gate because the navigation system sends them this way, not realizing that there's a structure in the middle of the roadway.
And look at this tiny village in England, where traffic is suddenly an issue because the GPS says this is the most direct route to the airport. Some trucks can't make it through the windy roads.
Thank you, Priya. Joining me now from our partner CNET is Natalie Del Conte, who's been researching the best way to make sure that your GPS works as well as it should.
Right, because, these are only accurate 95% of the time within 10 to 15 feet, which, seems like an acceptable amount of accuracy unless you're driving off a cliff.
Unless you're the 5%.
Right, yeah.
So what can we do?
So there are a couple things you can do. First off, look for a capability called WAAS. It's Wide Area Augmentation System.
Okay.
And that's something that was developed by the FAA. So if your box has that, it's accurate within 3 feet rather than 10 to 15.
All right, be familiar with the interface, which is just know how to work the device.
Yeah, make sure you practice with it. With any technology, you want to be familiar with it before you actually take it out on the road.
Set parameters before driving.
Right, so while you're driving is not the time to key in the address of where you're going. It's dangerous for one, and also, you could get the right street in the wrong city, so make sure you've got that all set before you release the brake.
All right. I know that you also say put it near your window and constantly double check.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
My
Natalie.
pleasure.